This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 26. And it says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, He that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house." So, with that being said, before I begin with this lesson, first and foremost, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKadosh. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Shema Shah Barakathon. So, as y'all see in this page that I got pulled up on Natural News, I believe I'm entitled this lesson, "Have ye not known? Have ye not heard?" Alright. And I'm gonna, break this article down here in just a second, read into it. But, to nip this shit in the bud and, just to summarize it, basically what it gets into, and if I'm not mistaken, this is an Edomite who works in Congress. And I got another article pulled up on End Time Headlines, that links exactly up, links exactly perfectly up with what he's saying, man. But in other words, let me go ahead and read the title. It says, "John Kerry says the quiet part out loud. First Amendment stands as major block to govern." And when you get into this article, what this Edomite is talking about is basically, taking away your First Amendment, which is, your, freedom of speech, quote unquote. All right, and they want to, stop disinformation, as they say, disinformation and, shit that goes against the grain of the system. All right, and we understand the whole all around aspect of it. It's a bigger picture to it. What they basically plan on doing is they trying to silence the prophets, man. All right, because the upper echelon, these Edomites, man, and these other nations, they know that before the Most High destroys any kingdom, he sends his prophets. All right, and this is why it's important for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to take heed to what we saying, man. All right, because this truth is for you. You know what I'm saying? This truth is for you, but you out here, Jake out here fucking around, man. Here it is, the Most High finna get ready to take his prophets from off the streets. He finna take us up off the streets. And then your ass gonna be, like the scripture say in the book of Amos, the 8th chapter, then that's when Jake gonna be trying to listen, bro. Alright? When you seeing shit happening, throughout Babylon, that's really gonna be touching your everyday life, how you operate and move yourself, and you don't see brothers teaching no more, you know what I'm saying, letting you know what's gonna happen before it's gonna happen, not bringing you that comfort, then that's when Jake gonna try to jump on shit, but it's gonna be too goddamn late, man. Alright. But let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 1:9. It says, "Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth." And here's the point. "See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and to plant." All right. So before the Most High destroys any kingdom, he uses the mouth of his prophets to basically speak it into existence, so to speak. All right. So the Most High be warning Jake as what he gonna do before he do it. You know what I mean? It's just up to Jake to take heed, and this is why the scriptures say, whether they hear or forbear. And what Jake got to understand is that you're not gonna always have access to this truth, man. All right, it's not gonna be like how you can get it now, and that's why I'm gonna grab this real quick. It's like if I'm all over the place, I'm kind of, rocking out this, just through the spirit with this one. But this is the book of Romans 13 and 11, and it says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." All right? And the reason that it is high time to awake out of sleep is because at this present moment, man, you have the highest access to this truth. No matter what time of day it is, you can click on the brother's video and get fed, man. Get your spirit fed. You know what I'm saying? You can go through your city and see Jake out there teaching the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Teaching Jake that they Jake. Teaching Jake to keep the commandments and stuff, things of that nature. Teaching Jake's the real names. But that shit's gonna all stop, man. Because as the scripture said in the book is Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, there's a time and season for everything, man. All right? And right now we in that fishing season. This is why, brothers are still, hey, I'm finna go out to camp here in just a little bit, here in about 30 minutes. You got brothers out there still teaching. And this is how you know the most High, he still got that door open for you Jakes to slide in, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you watch Indiana Jones and how he running, he sliding under the temple door because that shit finna close. That's basically where we at with it, man. Because if you look at global events, man, the Most High is shutting them doors of mercy fast, man. Tomorrow, this shit can be a whole other different country. And then what you gonna do, Jake? But let me read this over again. It says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." And like the Most High said, give them rest day nor night, man. So it is high time to awake out of sleep, right? Because you got brothers that are constantly pushing out these lessons, man, these spiritual epistles. Jake ain't got no excuse to say they ain't heard, man. All right, but Salakia, I don't mean to rant, but I got this article pulled up, and I'm gonna go ahead and run through a little bit of it. All right, so I got the same article on End Time Headlines, and it says, John Kerry says First Amendment is a major block to stopping disinformation, hopes to implement change. All right, and like I stated, their ultimate plan is to stop, brothers from teaching. You know what I mean? Because like I just read in Jeremiah the 1st chapter, we are this man's downfall. When you're reading Revelation the 11th chapter, whenever he's seen our bodies raised after 3 days and a half, it said great fear fell upon those which saw them. Because these Edomites and the upper echelon of these other nations, they know prophecy, man.